The way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Bobby, I didn't think I'd ever need to tell you this, but I would be a bad parent if I didn't. Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Fine. If you're a superhero, what were you in prison for?
Integrity. I made a vow to have peace, no matter how many people I have to kill to get it.
You know, it's funny.
What?
You're a wiener!
I'm about to bang your ass, and you're asking me for help?
Bang my ass?
Yeah, bang your ass!
Okay. You mean, okay. I've never heard it said that way.
What? Bang?
You mean beat me up?
You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Cole keeps on my dick because he wants to. I mean, we literally
We
said
stopped-
we would pause, and then we're back on after like 2 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't have nothing to talk about, and then we were just hanging out, and then already it's like, hey, now this is fun again. But Taylor was telling me that he doesn't wear his Apple Watch no more.
No, I said
it's not that he doesn't wear it; he just isn't wearing it as often.
Well, I found a watch that I liked. I said, and it was on clearance, so I picked it up, and I said, "Cool, it's a Casio."
You're one of the only people I know that still wears it. Like one of the only people under like fucking 40, and I'm 40.
Yeah,
that still wears a watch.
I love it.
And no, it's kind of classy. It's just the fact that it doesn't go with the rest of your shit.
Well, generally, yeah.
You always wear like basketball shorts or
I don't always, but I hear you.
Pretty often. But like it doesn't go with your shit, but like you still wear it, and that's cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I do not like this watch.
Well, fuck you.
This one's a digital watch. It's a Casio. It's got the coolest band. I really like the watch band. It looks really cool, but then when you see it, you're like, that's a child's plaything. And I don't like it.
It is. But I don't even know why I got it.
It looks like something
got
from the 80s, like a super updated version of the 80s.
For sure.
But
Dude,
this other watch that you showed me,
yeah,
which is gold, which is the worst color.
it is.
You look like a fucking, I don't know, like one of those guys that sells shit in the mall in a kiosk.
the best kind of guy.
Like, I don't know, a Persian that sells shit in the mall at a kiosk.
Yeah. But I fucked up the watch band.
But the actual watch itself is fucking sweet. Like, the face, this is an analog watch. It's really cool. The band itself is cool. It's too bad it's gold, but it's still, it's pretty classy. I like this one. This is probably just some brand you buy at like Target or some shit, but it's
I think so.
Sweet looking, man. Armitron.
Yeah, I think it was like I mean, I don't spend a lot on watches, but
I like it.
One of the best Christmas gifts I ever got.
Yeah.
Was this watch that was a Fossil. It was a Fossil watch.
Shit, I got 2 beers open. Why did it do that?
I don't know.
I'm drinking too much.
And Fossil back in the day.
Oh shit, I had a Fossil watch for a while until the band broke, and then I was like, I don't know what. As a kid, and I was
Fossil,
like, I don't know what to do. But yeah, those looked nice.
Yeah, and Fossil for a while there, they had these fucking animated watches. And
animated watch?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'll have to show it to you. And it's very similar to this. It's a steel banded watch, and it's got this dragon on it. Okay, and it's an analog watch, and the dragon is digital, and it blinks up, and then the dragon starts breathing fire. It's a fucking cool watch.
I don't know about that.
I'll have to show it to you.
I have to see it.
It is cool. It is really cool, but I remember the batteries had died in it, and I went to. I don't remember where it was, and they're like, "Hey," I said, "Can you guys put new batteries in it?" And they looked at it. They're like, "Fuck you! This is a Fossil watch. We don't work on Fossil watches." And it didn't literally happen like that, but they said we don't work on Fossil watches. I said, "Oh, okay." And then I took it home I said, fuck these bitches. I said, what's so hard about working on a Fossil watch?
And you said the only thing that was wrong with it was the battery died.
Oh, fuck. So I cracked that thing open,
Yep.
you know, to change the battery, and it's a fucking mess, dude.
Oh.
It is such a fucking travesty to try to get that thing.
All right.
Fucking bullshit, dude. I'm like, I understand why they said they didn't work on them, but that's one watch
Where
I
was
wish.
that at?
I don't want to say.
Oh, was it like, it wasn't just like some chain store or something?
Yeah, it was a chain store.
Oh, then why don't you tell me?
Because
fuck chain stores, man.
Yeah, fuck it. Walmart. It was Walmart. Because it's when they sell the jewelry section. And, you know, there was...
So you can buy Fossil watches there.
No, I don't think they sold Fossil watches
no?
there. This was probably JCPenney or something. I don't know where my parents had got it, but it was fucking cool.
Okay.
I forgot it.
Yeah, I got one for Christmas too when I was like fucking like 14 or something.
That was the shit when you were 14. Fucking sweet big ass watch. And
No, I never got the big ones. I always got the littler ones.
The ladies' watches.
No, they were not ladies' watches, but
kidding.
like yeah, not too much attention drawn to you, but you know, just enough.
Just enough. Yeah. So I don't know. I am a fan of the watches. I'm a fan of. I was happy when Apple, but see, I don't know. That's the other thing about like I'm just sick of getting the notifications all the time on the watch. You know, it's like buzz, buzz, buzz. Like everybody's texting you. You see it on the watch. You see who's calling you.
You're
It's
talking
like,
about that it would show you the wrong weather stuff, and right now, it looks on my phone. It says it's not going to rain, but you can see lightning and shit going out.
Yeah. So yeah, there was. I mean, you look at the watch. It's like, oh shit. Oh, that was another one. Like when we got that fucking hailstorm.
Yeah.
And you know, I was at work and I just hear bam, 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 just fucking going crazy in there, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening outside? Peek outside, it's fucking hailing.
Yeah,
It's like, holy shit. And I look at my watch and it says, oh, it's 70 degrees and sunny. I'm like, oh, fucking shit.
The fuck are you looking at, Apple?
Shit. And then so and speaking of the hail, I finally got my estimate back for my insurance company, dude. I keep talking about this, and I know it's a reoccurring segment here, but fucking hell, dude. So I'm looking at my goddamn report on my phone, my app, and I'm looking through it, and I got the estimate on the 25th of, I think it happened on July.
Yeah.
And I think I got my estimate on the 8th, right,
Mm-hmm.
of August. I'm looking. I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing? So finally, I called the insurance company on Thursday. I'm like, what's going on here, guys? And they're like, oh, yeah. And you hear typing on the fucking keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yep, there it is. Like, what am I paying you for? So
did
anyway.
you go to the place I sent you to?
I know. But $3,000.
Nice.
Yeah. I own the car. Fuck, that's my money,
You're pocketing it. All right.
Fucking A, I am.
There you go.
Do you even see hail damage on that thing? I mean, granted, if there's...
And it's your shitty car, too.
It is my shitty car. So, yeah, I'm putting...
Fuck yeah, dude.
And you know what my favorite part about it is?
No.
They convinced me to keep full coverage on that thing.
That's funny.
Stupid bastards.
That's funny.
They convinced me because I was about to drop it because I paid it off, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't need full
No,
coverage
I
on
always
this thing.
keep full coverage. That way, if anything happens to your car, you get paid back for your car, and you can put a down payment on the next one. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know if I'm right, but that's the way I feel about it.
3 G's I'm just gonna put right in Uncle Taylor's prison wallet. So that's
in your prison wallet, did you say?
Dude.
In your butt?
Yeah. Oh my God. So it was so funny. Tonight we're hanging out here in the garage. Not you and I, but Fritz and I.
You and the dog.
Me and the dog.
Good dog.
The good dog. Before you came over.
Yeah.
And we're hanging out. Fritz is sitting on the. Fritz was just sniffing around. You know, he's looking in the garage. He's going out of the garage. He's sniffing around the cars. And every time he'd get out of sight, he'd be like, "Hey, you fucker, get back here!" And he'd come back in. Fritz finally jumps up on the chair you're sitting in. He starts laying down and starts to kind of doze off. And I was talking to my mom on the face chat, on the FaceTime,
mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, right where the light hits right there,
mm-hmm.
a fucking black cat
All right.
comes out and just looks at Fritz and I. And Fritz kind of perks up and sees the cat, chase that fucker all the way. I'm like, fuck! Chase the goddamn cat all the way two houses down.
Nice.
But then, you know, the cat was black, and Fritz didn't see it once it got into the shadow.
Yeah.
You know, down there. Fortunately, he was done chasing him. Like, God damn it, Fritz. So here I have it on camera. Me yelling at Fritz, and old Gunda's old. She doesn't.
I liked that black cat you used to have here.
Oh, Frankie.
Frankie was awesome.
It's,
I have 2 pictures of me with that cat.
Let me tell you something about Frankie.
One with me, and then one I put a Guitar Hero guitar on the cat to make it look like the cat was playing guitar.
Here's the deal about Frankie. Frankie is. I think he's still kicking. I don't even know where Frankie lives right now. Just Ian. But Frankie was when he was at my in-laws' house, and when Frankie, oh yeah.
See, the cat looks like it's playing the guitar.
Have you sent this to Deanne?
I don't know.
I'm gonna send it to her.
Is she sleeping? Don't send it to her.
No, she is. She's awake. But whenever this cat was at the in-laws' house, he was a fucking dickhead.
All right.
Like, you would walk up and be like, "Hey, Frankie," try to pet him, and he just bite you right away. Like, fuck you, asshole. But then when he was living with us,
yeah,
like, I don't know if he saw us as protectors or what from Fritz, because Fritz was always trying to fuck with him. I mean,
one time I let Fritz out just to come downstairs and see him freak out.
Yeah.
Because I knew the cat would be safe because the cat was up on a higher place, but I knew that Fritz would freak out, and I thought it was funny.
So, yeah, and Fritz would always try to fuck with him. But, I don't know. After that, Frankie was super cool. He's super cool with me. He saw that I was his protector.
He was super calm with me whenever I held him.
Oh, yeah. He was. I don't know.
Never once tried to bat at me. Never once tried to bite me or nothing.
Hiss or anything. But hey, he's at the in-laws' house too.
I think he hissed at me one time, but that's because I didn't do it this time. But I think you accidentally let Fritz downstairs, and Frankie went and hid behind that orange couch.
Sure.
And I had to get him out, and he hissed at me, and he was scared, and
what a pussy.
And then but I just left him alone. He came out after a while.
For sure.
I like that cat.
All right.
I want to know something.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Every time you guys do karaoke,
yeah,
you do shit from Hamilton, right?
Me?
Not you, but like people here.
Okay.
You guys actually okay? Now I get that you might like the musical and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually think that like Hamilton was a good dude?
No.
No, he was a fuckhead,
dude.
Like I
George Washington's wife named her feral tomcat after. I mean, that's in the musical, but yeah, he was a shithead, dude. And I don't know why Lin-Manuel Miranda like took such a liking to this story and decided to tell it in his own way. I will forever wonder, because there are certainly, and maybe it was sort of like a fuck you in a way to like these conservative types, or like these patriot types, to cast everyone as a black person. And maybe that's what it was, to kind of push the envelope that way. I have no idea, but seriously, Hamilton was what, like you say, was a shit.
He was a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely he was.
Yeah.
I mean, but the musical is brilliant. The musical is fucking
okay. I was just wondering about that, because like every time I come over here, I'm like, man, these guys are all singing fucking Hamilton shit. Like they actually like Hamilton. Like, do they just like the musical, or do they actually think Hamilton was a good dude?
I would hope that the people have fireworks, dude.
There are fireworks. What the fuck? That's cool. I mean, it's not going to pick up on the microphone. It's really far away, but
I wonder what that is. Just like people just shooting them off because they feel like it, I guess. But yeah, that's my thought on Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton himself was a piece of shit, but they made a nice musical about him, and the musical is fun. The musical is great. Great musical. But that's the thing. Okay, it's always so funny because people they rant and rave about this fucking musical. But let me tell you something about the musical, Cole.
Yeah.
It's a first actor.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's a first act musical. The second act can suck my dick.
Oh! You're saying that the longer the thing goes on, the worse it gets?
No. first act, brilliant. First act, it just banger after banger after banger. The second one, it's like, what the fuck is even going on here? Like, there's no more. They're not doing the revolution. They've already gained their independence. It's like, why didn't you just do a fucking Hamilton musical about the first part of the?
Well, Hamilton didn't do really shit during the revolution. He wasn't a military guy.
He tried to be.
But
from the musical, from what I've seen in the musical, that was my complaint about it. I love the musical, I love the music that's in there, but seriously, after the first act, it's a snoozer, dude.
Having never seen the musical, how do they portray Aaron Burr?
Aaron Burr is just sort of there.
Just sort of there, but they don't make him out to be like a huge monster, do they?
Not really. He kind of like he's very regretful. In the musical, like, hey, I'm the guy that killed the guy. I'm the guy that I'm the fool that shot the guy.
All right.
I mean, not really like a monster, but just sort of like, I don't know. But see, that's the whole thing, and it's funny because I do when I watch theater and I watch musicals, I definitely come at it from a very pragmatic and analytical point of view. Like I'll look, or even movies, anything really. So I'm watching Phantom of the Opera is another one, and I'm like, wait a second, Phantom of the Opera.
The hero is actually a huge douchebag.
We're talking about this guy that groomed this young woman,
and then
he's a fucking
like
murderer.
Murder people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was asking, so I remember Deanne got so pissed at me when I had actually was posing legitimate questions. Like, wait a second. I said, wait, he just murdered people?
Mm-hmm.
And Christine, she was like a child when he was first started interacting with her because he was, he had appeared to her at night and stuff, when she was there, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's grooming this young woman. What the fuck? And I kind of ruined the musical in a way. I mean, the musical itself is really good.
Okay.
I mean, there's great songs in it. But
my mom had me go to that shit when I was a kid. Like when
Phantom of the Opera?
It came through town. It was at the Civic Center.
Oh, dude, I bet it was. I mean, it's a good fucking musical.
I didn't. It's the second worst thing I've ever seen at the Civic Center.
What was the first?
Steve Miller Band. Look, I get it. People fucking love Steve Miller and shit. But I didn't want to go. And everyone in my family got tickets and shit, except for me. And I didn't want to go. And the day of the show, my mom got a fucking migraine. And so she like calls me up. She's like, Cole, I know you don't want to go to this shit. And
you're like, no, I don't.
My mom doesn't swear, but I do. She goes, I don't know. I know you don't want to go to this. You've been, you said you didn't want no tickets. You're not going to this. You got better things to do. But I got a migraine, and I don't want your pop to have. I don't think your pop is going to go if he has to go by himself.
And your dad wanted to go.
He wanted to go.
Oh, okay.
So
what a guy.
So I go with. Okay, what's that song? Fly Like an Eagle.
Oh,
right?
They did that one?
He did that one.
I thought that was that other guy, Kravitz.
And he... Shut the fuck up. And then he has some dickhead who had been, like, playing keyboard or something, like, throughout the night, come out and fucking do a rap over Fly Like an Eagle.
What?
They added it. And this guy... Because you got to fly free. It's like, holy shit. That was awful. And then, like, he played some more songs, and then I fell asleep. And then,
How did your dad take it all in?
I think he was wishing that, like, rather than me come, he just hadn't gone. Like, because even though he didn't want to go alone, I think he felt like he was alone because I was not into it, and I slept through a lot of it. And like I didn't like I've no problem with Steve Miller, but I wouldn't want to go sit through fucking 2 hours of it. You know what I mean? Like there's like I said, he's got to be good. Everyone in town went to that fucking concert. You know, Like, so
That's a fallacy, dude. That's a populist fallacy.
Well,
that's not a thing.
that's true. Everyone in town always went to Carlos Mencia back when he was a thing, and they still go to Jeff Dunham. But
Yes, they do.
But like, he's not hurting anyone by doing his stuff. And like I said, I don't think he's actually bad, but he's just definitely not for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I can see that, and I don't know if it's different. So, when Adam invited us to 38 Special,
Okay.
and it was so fucking funny because I pulled up on my phone. I said, "What does 38 Special sing?" So I was looking through.
I don't know.
Hold on loosely.
Hold on loosely. That's a good song.
Yeah, it is a good song. So
but I'll bet the rest of their stuff you don't even know what it is.
But that's what's so funny about this band, right? So I was looking through their top songs on iTunes because hey, we got invited. Adam got us free tickets. Whatever, we're gonna go. And I think I want to say 7 out of their top 10 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Were Hold On Loosely.
And different versions of it.
Different versions and different albums, or like greatest hits, or from a fucking soundtrack or some shit.
I get it.
And it's like, holy shit, what are we getting ourselves into? And we went. And as a musician, I saw these guys, and this was, I think, the first concert that we had gone to since the pandemic had started, you know.
Okay, all right.
And we had all been vaccinated. It's like, all right, let's check it out. And holy shit, man. Those guys tore it up.
All right.
And I didn't really care for the music, but I definitely appreciated it for
what it was.
For what it was.
All
You know,
right.
I had a good time with it.
Well, I'm glad you did, but I'm not that guy.
But I mean, if it was any other circumstance, if somebody, let's say pandemic is not happening, and I don't know any of their songs, I don't know if I would be as excited. It's sort of like the movies we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like the movies that are so bad they're good.
Yeah.
That's 38 Special. It's so lame, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, I can get behind this. It's kind of like listening.
I don't even want to call like any band lame. You know what I mean? Like, because there are people out there that appreciate it, but like, there are definitely bands that are just not my cup of tea. I think people shit on Nickelback way too much. Like,
yeah,
I know for a fact that they're fucking talented. I certainly don't want to pay money for it. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to see them. But like, I know for a fact that they're musically talented. And what was that one fucking song that they did? I mean, the dude, like, I watched a YouTube video on it. The guy went and studied all the past hits from like the last 5 years, and scientifically wrote this song to be a number one hit. It took him 3 weeks basically to study the other songs. Took him about like fucking half a day to write the song, and it took him like 15 minutes to write it, and they hit a number one. Like, the guy's got talent, and it's just, but it's so safe and generic that people hate on them, but they're not
like,
hurting nobody. You know what I mean? Like,
I see, when I look at Nickelback and I look at bands of that caliber, it's almost like the fan base that you see, and it's like I think people don't really necessarily hate Nickelback. They hate their fans because their fans are so
like ICP, like Insane Clown Posse.
Sure. I mean,
like, I don't like ICP, but their fan base makes you hate them. You know?
I guess so. I'm not really a fan of. I'm a fan of how stupid they are. ICP is, you know, like I've listened to some of their music, and I've looked at some of their lyrics, and I mean it's pretty dumb.
Well, the thing was, remember, I've told you that I've worked in South Dakota 2 summers in a row as a lifeguard, right? Well, you're stuck in this fucking bunk. This fucking little cabin with fucking 7 other dudes, and they played two Insane Clown Posse albums.
Okay.
The second one and the fourth one, I know that. I don't. One was called The Great Malenko, and I don't remember what the other one was called. But they played that every day, and then they played a Pink Floyd album every day, at least twice.
Yeah.
And
That's all there was? Like, there was no other albums?
Other people would put shit in and mix it up. But those two you would hear every day for 2.5 months, and it just grated on your ears after listening to it for a week. Hearing it twice a day. So,
speaking of grating voices and things that grate on you as like your mind is in a cheese grater. Listen, if Guns N' Roses wasn't so overdone, that would be one of those bands that would be one of my guilty pleasures. Okay, I could rock out to I would say guilt-free even. But nowadays it's so overplayed. You go to the fucking ball games, especially football. They play the fucking Welcome to the Jungle. Every time the fucking team goes out
they
there.
did play that a lot at hockey games too.
It's just like overplayed. And what's the other one that's way overplayed? The one, Sweet Child of Mine. Fucking great guitar riff, but the video that I was just watching and that was playing over the Bluetooth speaker while we were taking a little breaky poo. Fuck, man. I was like, I wanted to watch this because it was a live video of Axl Rose, like probably this year, because I think they're on tour right now. And I was like, oh shit, I got to see this fucking train wreck. And the song we were listening to was the recorded version, but it was over a live video. And I don't know if you've seen Axl Rose or listened to him lately.
I haven't listened to him lately, but I know that he's very bloated and he's got a lot of bad plastic surgery.
Sure. I don't know. I'm just talking about his voice in general. It's like how fucking awful. Him and who's the other guy? The Nikki Sixx is in the band. Motley Crue. Who's the fucking Vinny Paul?
Vince something or other.
Oh shit, whatever that guy's name is. It's like what
Vince Neil?
Vince Neil. There it is. Yeah. It's like what the fuck are you guys even doing? Like I understand you had a hit or two or three or four, whatever.
Motley Crue, to be fair, had a lot of hits, and to be fair, so did Guns N' Roses.
But I'm just like, my God, pass that torch, man. Pass it. It's time to pass that torch to somebody that can still do it.
That guitar player from Motley Crue still alive?
Maybe.
Or did they have a new
Nikki Sixx was the drummer. Jamie.
No. Tommy Lee was the
guy that fucked.
Tommy
the girl
Lee
on the
was
boat.
the drummer. Nikki Sixx was the bass player. There was Mick Mars was the guitar player, but he had some kind of degenerative disease. So
you think he's a goner?
He maybe. I would figure if they're still touring, that they had to get a replacement. That's another band where like everyone in the band had a lot of talent. Axl Rose's voice grates on me. That high shit, I don't care for that. But like the problem with that band is that they tried to make themselves come off as a heavy metal band, and they weren't.
They were in the same caliber.
They were a hard rock, and they were probably one of the harder rock bands. But they tried to act like they were these really tough guys. It's like you guys dress like chicks in Abraham Lincoln, and like you play this shit. You play these piano ballads and shit, but you're trying to throw in with the likes of like Metallica and Slayer and Pantera, and you're not a heavy metal band. You guys are a hard rock band, and you look like girls.
Right, and but here's the deal: is bands like Motley Crue, they lean into that hair metal thing.
Yeah, they did after after Nirvana went away, they leaned into it even more.
Yeah.
But like, they acted like they were heavy metal. They were hard rock, but they were hard rock, but they were not heavy metal. You know what I mean?
No, of course not.
I mean, you can call it 80s metal or hair metal because it's not, because it's different than rock. It's you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I don't believe. I think that's where they shot themselves in the foot, was by calling themselves metal and acting like they were tough guys, when you have actual metal bands that are making them look like fucking pussies. You know?
Sure.
Like guys that were dressing in jeans and t-shirts, and you're sitting here with fucking makeup and hairspray,
right?
And spandex.
It was awesome. Those were the days.
I'm not saying it's awful, but like that's where they shot themselves in the foot, and that's why people like started gravitating away from it, because it became a parody, and then people are like, "Ah, shit! Like this is so cartoonish. We're just gonna look at these garage bands and act like they're all amazing when only really a few of them were."
But you know what's funny is you mentioned that. Like, how do you parody somebody that gets up on stage? You know, honestly, with a black T-shirt and blue jeans. You know what I mean? Like, how do you parody that? How do you parody somebody that's just not necessarily like a crazy looking person, but just somebody that, hey, I'm just coming out here. This is who I am. This is my art.
I don't know. I'm sure you can do it.
I mean, you can kind of, but I don't know. I think it's a lot more difficult to do it. Not saying you shouldn't, but look at. But I would say though,
but like when the bands look like professional wrestlers, rather than like people.
That'd be cool.
You know that's when it starts becoming clownish and cartoonish. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like wearing neon bright fucking spandex and shit. Like that's kind of dumb.
Super dumb.
It's easier to make fun of that than it is to make fun of a guy in jeans and a t-shirt. You know,
just a regular old guy. All right, let's take a break.
Oh yeah, we decided too that this is not going to be a Thursday throw up, even though we said it was at the beginning. This is just going to be the Comic Can Koozie
This is Comic Can Koozie
because it's super long, and plus Taylor's going to tell stories on the next podcast that are going to come after this stuff.
I hope so. I'll tell some
Costco
stories.
Story or whatever.
The Costco story.
and on the next one. So yeah, normally our Comic Can Koozie is like the planned one, and the Thursday throw up is the unplanned one. But we're gonna fucking switch it this week.
We ran
just out of.
Did it jog your memory, Cole?
Yes, he did. So you just said that the last time you drank this much, that you had leg cramps like crazy.
Twice. I mean, it's like it's the calf. That's where I always cramp up on my left or my right.
Now, do you have leg cramps right now?
No.
Or is this going to be a tomorrow morning?
This will be like in 4 hours, where I'll be like, I'll wake up in the middle of wherever we are, and I'm like, God, no.
Okay, two questions.
I'll wake up Deanne, and she'll be very angry that I woke her up.
2 questions.
Sure.
Do you have any bananas or potatoes?
Negative. But what I do have is some electrolyte drink, some Pedialyte stuff.
The bananas would be the best thing.
This stuff is all potassium, so I am going to take that.
Okay, so that was my first question.
Yeah.
Do you have bananas or potatoes? The second question is, how much have you drank tonight?
Like,
because you sound
total?
really super sober.
I sound sober?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Dude, at least I've polished off an entire 8-pack of pounders, though.
Okay, an 8-pack of pounders. So
at least.
So that's a 12-pack of just regular 12-ounce beer.
Sure.
Okay, you've had a 12-pack.
Plus some. Like 2 or 3.
Oh, plus more after that. Okay,
yeah,
so I get it. You're fucked up, but you don't sound fucked up.
Okay.
But I understand I understand the leg cramp thing.
Yeah.
Where when you drink too much and then the next day, like, it always happens in the back of my left leg. The one that I got stung by the hornet on.
Oh, okay.
I'll get a super bad cramps in my
Is it the calf?
tendon area or the calf area.
Dude, it's one of those things where, like a few mornings, it was the shit like whenever it was like, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I woke up and I'm like, fuck, and I saw it like fucking.
Oh, when you see your muscle move from the
just
cramps,
morphing, and I was touching it.
That fucking hurts so bad when you can see it.
God damn! And I was poking it to see what the fuck was going on. Damn, dude, it was fucking rough. It was rough, dude. Hate that shit.
Yeah, but
it's kind of funny. So, what do you think of one-uppers?
Like people who tell you a story and then they gotta tell you the same story but make it better.
Yeah, like it's like a one-upper. Okay?
Like if
some
Jesus
guy
come back from the dead and he says, "Well, I died on the cross for all the sins of mankind, so they could go to heaven."
And then Paul's
and
like,
then
"I
some
got
other guy
crucified
would be
upside
like,
down."
the next guy would be like, "Oh yeah, well this one time I."
Yeah,
that kind of
that
shit.
son of a bitch.
Who did this?
So tonight, I mean, it wasn't super similar to that, but I I had gone to this gas station right over here.
Okay.
The one you hate.
Tesoro over here.
And yeah, there was like that brother sister combo that you fucking hated.
Okay.
Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen them for a while.
I don't think they work there anymore.
Okay.
Well, now they've upgraded or downgraded to whatever the fuck they have over there now.
The last few times I've been there, I've actually enjoyed the people that have been.
Shit.
But you had a bad experience tonight.
I mean, it wasn't a bad, but it was definitely a gas station experience. Let's call it that.
Okay.
So I walk in there, and this guy's mopping the floor, and I'm like, "Hey, is your beer section still open?" Because it was right before they closed. And he says, "Yeah, go ahead." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I walk through I always feel bad about walking through a recently mopped area.
Yeah.
I
know what you mean.
You don't have to feel bad, but I do feel bad, you know?
Exactly.
It's like, all right.
I mean, it's a floor. It's meant to be walked on, but this guy did just clean it.
But also, why are you cleaning it? Whatever. So I know he's trying to get pre-work done. So I walk over, I grab my beer, and I grabbed 2 8-packs, 6-packs. I don't know what they are. Whatever they are. I think they're 8 16-ounce cans of Michelob. That's why I'm drinking tonight. Because they're only like $11. So I grabbed 2 of them. And then Deanne had a special request, so I walked over, grabbed her sweet tea, and I walk up to the counter.
Okay.
And I'm about to pay. And there's a super awesome guy, and he's like, "Oh, hey, man. How's it going?" I'm like, it's good. He's like, "Oh, you having a good time tonight?" I'm like, yeah, it should be cool. And he's like, and then this fucking guy that was mopping the floor, what does he says to me, Cole?
No idea.
Yeah, with water.
Oh, because you're drinking Mick Ultra.
And I'm like, yeah. So I had the quip. I'm like, well, if you drink enough of it, it'll get you where you're going. That should be the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. No, he keeps going. Not me. Just like, okay. Yep.
Good job, bro. You're the pro drinker mopping the floor
And
at the
then
gas station.
It goes on about what's good, what's bad. And I'm just like, okay, dude. He's like, yeah, well, I like IPAs. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't mind an IPA once in a while, but it's like, yeah, fucking IPAs generally are fucking dog shit because people are always trying to one-up each other, and it's like fucking a fucking 14% IPA tastes like goddamn shit. Everybody knows that. Nobody's drinking that saying, oh, well, this is pretty good. I like this IPA. Your fucking mouth is dried out, and it's fucking bitter as shit. Fuck you, man. So he was talking about his IPAs, and I was like, well, I like a good IPA. And then he has to throw his fucking veteran status in it. It's like, oh, when I served overseas in Germany, this is all I drank. I'm like, bro, I don't fucking care.
He wasn't trying to tell you that he was a veteran. He was trying to tell you that he lived in Germany and Germany is known for their good beers. So
Sure.
he's trying to tell you that you drink shit.
No, he was trying to tell me he wanted me
Well,
to.
maybe he was doing a
wanted
double
me-
brag. It was a
he
double brag.
wanted me to thank him for his service, and I was not about to do that, Cole. Not when he's calling me out for drinking Michelob Ultra Light.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, all right, cool, man. And then he keeps going. And then he starts talking about this fucking. He's like, well, one of my favorites is Dragon Milk, and it's 16%. I'm like, I've had that. And I'm like, in my head, I just wanted to say it was fucking gross because it is. Like, no fucking beer should be 16%.
I've never had Dragon Milk, but I remember you telling me about it. And just...
It's gross,
just
dude.
you telling me about it kind of grossed me out.
Dude, it's not good. It's just it's one of these things where it has nothing to do with, hey, we're gonna make a really good beer. It's more like, hey, let's see how fucking crazy we can get with how high of an alcohol content, rather than making a good beer. So fuck those people, and fuck that gas station guy, because he fucking pissed me off tonight. God damn that guy. Why can't people just say, hey, you're gonna have a good night tonight? Yeah, like that guy, the first guy I interacted with, was fucking cool as shit.
I think that's
You know
the
what I
dude
mean?
that I've been interacting with over at that gas, and because that guy's a nice dude, whereas those people that used to work at the gas station were the fucking worst. And hey, you know, you were telling me that story about this one upper, but I can top that.
Let's.
Sorry,
I hope you.
sorry, dude.
No, you have
Just
to
the
now.
most obvious
Hey,
dumb
you have
joke.
to now.
It was a stupid joke. I was
You
just
have
joking.
to
around.
now.
No,
I
fuck
want-
that other guy though.
Hey, do you think? So I drove by. He's no offense, Cole, but I drove by this fucking suppository that's going up over here,
A suppository.
where the fucking Catholic priests live.
That's not called. The suppository is the thing that you put in your butt. I guess it makes sense now. Rectory.
Rectory.
Also, a rectory also sounds like something you would put up your butt, but it's not.
All
That's
right.
where the priest.
So
live.
anyway, these motherfuckers
Stupid, man.
they're building their rectum house over there, and I'm like, fuck, man, that's a nice looking fucking house. I think I'm gonna invite the rectum boys over for the for the festivities.
For the karaoke.
Yeah, fucking A, dude.
All right.
So yeah, I've been researching and what I want to do with if we go. I don't know if we're gonna have time to watch cartoons tonight, Cole, but I will take you downstairs and show you what. Have you been downstairs since we ripped out the drop ceiling?
No, but if we're
Okay.
not watching cartoons, I'm not going downstairs.
What?
Why the fuck would I do that?
Show you what we're doing.
Yeah, but there's no reason for me to. I'll come see it on when we do the podcast with Adam.
Oh, okay, okay.
You have to take your dumb fridge downstairs.
Yeah, you do. I'm gonna
Dick.
watch you and Adam just struggle bust it down.
You're gonna be on that struggle bus with us.
Goddamn! I'll tell you what. This fucking guy. I felt bad. I have the video and I'll have to show it to you. We were lifting that freezer I sold him
Okay.
into his truck bed.
Oh yeah, Tayler sold his freezer.
I sold the freezer.
downstairs, and now
The worthless
he's,
shit. And this fucking
we
guy.
gotta take this heavy ass fucking refrigerator
I don't know if
downstairs.
it's gonna be
That
that
I don't
heavy.
think it's gonna fit down there, but whatever. We're gonna give it a shot.
We're gonna give it the old call. I fit a couch down there, Cole.
Yeah,
Twice.
couches
One
you
almost.
can angle and shit. This is something different. Hey, it's cool. I think it's raining right now,
It sure is.
and there's lightning, and we're. If this sounds like shit because of the wind, awesome. I don't
think
give a
so.
fuck.
I don't think it's picking up on the. So this is what I'm gonna do for this episode, Cole.
Yeah.
This is some little behind the scenes. I'm gonna put this on a place where I want you to listen to it before it goes to air.
Why?
You are gonna listen to it before anybody does.
Why? Am I the special winner? And
You're
if you
the-
call me special.
You're the winner. Wait, yeah. So, anywho,
Anyway, I think we've had enough drinks where Taylor's leg is going to start cramping up, and I think it's probably time to wind this shit down. So this was supposed to be a Thursday throw-up.
Turned out to be Comic Can Koozie.
So for Comic Can Koozie, I'm Cole.
And I'm Shitty Taylor Bot, because it sounds like shit.
Have a good night.
Have a good week.